Alright, hi guys. So this is an update on my real estate courses, and I want to put it out here to share with everybody because right now the market is actually at a very interesting period whereby it is starting to come down, and I want people to understand, right, as a property investor, when I look at investing and when I buy property, how do I approach it? And today I want to talk on a topic that is kind of sensitive to most people because in Singapore, most people would rather be buying a property instead of renting. And the thing is this, if you want to be a successful investor, you need to keep your mind open, right? So it's always about finding the best opportunity, the best method, and how to go about doing it actually is the key. So in this case, I want to share with you why am I going to rent instead of buying a property for where I myself going to stay, all right? So first thing is this, I want to answer some misconception, right? Is that a lot of people say, hey, I must buy a place rather than renting a place. And, if you rent, you pay the rent, those are wasted money. And renting, a lot of people sometimes say that it's really for the poor man's kind of decision because they cannot afford to buy a place, right? Now, let me share with you my plan, and I want you to decide for yourself after watching the video, after looking at how I do it, is this a strategy for you as well? Okay, so a lot of people say I must buy a place rather than rent. Okay, however, you are missing a lot of the practical side of buying and selling a place, right? For example, shifting from one place to the other involve many moving parts, right? No pun intended, but includes selling your current house, buying a new house in time so that you have somewhere to stay, renovating it in time to move in as well, and hand over your previous place, right, that you're selling away. So this usually takes about 3 to 4 months to complete, and that also means that you have to prepare your place to sell, find a new place to buy, renovate your place, and then move in a span of just 3 to 4 months. It is really like you orchestrating a band, an orchestra, and nothing can go wrong, right? If any of these steps along the way is delayed, then guess what? You're going to be in a lot of trouble. And especially in Singapore, whereby we have this thing called the additional buyer stamp duty. If you are considered as owning two places at a single point in time, for example, let's say you already bought a new place but you have difficulties selling your current place, and should your new place come before you sold away your current place, guess what? The government's going to tax you in Singapore. And right here in Singapore, this stamp duty is a 12%, a whopping 12% of your purchase price of the new place, right? So the key thing is this, what is Pete's method of a stress-free housing plan? Let me share with you. First one is this, find a suitable place that you don't mind moving in to stay for a year or so, and it's of a reasonable rent, okay? And you can plan to stay short term. In Singapore, it can be as short as 6 months. But in this case, for myself, I got a place that is going to be a lease for a year with an option to extend if I need to. Okay, so I actually have the flexibility to extend it up to 2 years and above. All right. So with that, what you can do is, in your current place, you can take your time to move into your new rented place. All right, take your time to doll it up a bit, and then when you're fully moved to the new place, the rented place, guess what? Your current place is going to be vacant. There's no one staying here. You can decorate it nicely, make it as nice as a condominium show flat, right? And leave it to the property agents to help to sell this place for you. Okay, and I cannot emphasize how important this is because a lot of times when you buy something, especially when you buy a house, it's all about the vibe when you walk in, right? When people look for a place to stay, they already roughly know which development they want. And all they're looking for is when they move into your house, when they go into your house, they must feel like this is somewhere they can possibly stay in. So imagine you are still staying in the place right now, and the prospective buyer come in, sees that this is a place that is filled with other people's furniture, other people's kids, other people's toys. Guess what? They're not going to feel at home. They're not going to feel like this is the place they can stay in. So this is really important, and I'll share with you guys later on. Okay? The next thing is this. You use that 1 year to 1.5 years while staying in a rented place to slowly find a new place to stay. Right? Take your time, find the best deal before you move over. Okay? And the main point is this, by renting temporarily, you are not in a rush. Okay, you are not in a rush. That is very important because when you are in a rush, you make rush decision, is seldom a good decision. Okay, and by all means, most people really, the property that you buy is likely going to be the largest asset in your investment portfolio, right? So you must treat this with extreme respect and care. Okay, that's why do not rush into a decision to buy a house. I've seen so many students before they join my course, right? They just rush into purchases and end up they don't like where they stay or where they bought, and they have to move away again in a short period of 1 to 2 years, and that's very painful. Okay, so next thing I want to address is that a lot of people say rent paid are wasted money. So in this case, let me run through with you, right, the finances behind my plan, all right, behind Pete's stress-free housing plan. Okay, so the first thing is this: most people forget that, they say, oh, if I pay mortgage, it goes to my house, not rent, so eventually I get it back. But one thing people mistake is that it doesn't go to your home equity 100%. It's only a percentage. It's a portion of it. So how does it work? So generally, when you pay your mortgage to the bank, there's two parts to the payment. One is the principal, and one is the interest payment. And how are these two parts distinguished? How many percentages? It all depends on your interest rate that you are dealing with right now. So, for example, if we are dealing with a low interest rate right now, about 2%, and let's say you're buying a 2 million 3-bedroom in a nice location, it costs you about 2 million, okay? Your mortgage payment each month is around $6,000, right? And for example, I like this condominium myself, is the Sky Habitat, designed by the same architect that designed Marina Bay Sands and also Jewel at Changi. So he designed this condominium, and this is at the Bishan area, and just nice 3-bedroom selling for 2 million, right? So this is an actual example that I can show you. Okay, so remember this: your mortgage payment will be $6,000. Now, in your mortgage payment, how much is principal, how much is interest? You can actually use a calculator to find it out. But in this case, I've already done it for you. To be exact, all right, your overall payment is $5,766. Okay, if you break it down, your principal is $3,166, while your interest payment is about $2,600. So you must not forget that when you're staying in a condominium or any other development, there are extra costs. For example, there's the maintenance fee, and for this case in Sky Habitat, it's about $300 for this size of the house, all right, each month, and property tax per month is about $100. So if you add it up in total, it's about $3,000, and I'm still excluding an additional tax called the buyer's stamp duty that you must pay when you buy a house. But because this is a once-off payment, it's not a monthly recurring payment, I'm going to exclude it for now. Okay, and so you know that your real expense, okay, is your interest cost plus your maintenance plus your property tax. That's $3,000, right? The principal you paid, very good, it goes into the home equity of your house, okay, which you will get back when you sell your place. So the key thing is this: what about if I rent for a moment? What if I rent for a year, right? How much would that cost me? So what if I can rent a similar place for $4,200? Right now, if you go to Sky Habitat, you can find a same size beta, all right, 3-bedroom at $4,200. Okay, so I know that my cost up front if I bought a place is $3,000. So my additional cost is $1,200. Okay, and exactly this is what I'm trying to show you, right? Sky Habitat, $4,200, similar size, 3-bedroom. Okay, so if I rent for a year, what does that mean? It means I will be spending close to $14,400 in rental, okay, excess costs that I have to pay, right? And realistically, let's assume that when I move and I buy furniture, I'm going to like throw furniture away eventually. There's some spoilage involved. And let's take a conservative higher number so that I know that whatever result I get, I'm already over catering for it. Okay, so in this case, let's put in $10,000, all right, to move and then buy furniture and do up the place, all right, and all this I'm going to throw away after a year, okay, and that will cost me about $24,000 a year. So the question is this, guys: for $24,000, what do I get in exchange? Right? What do I get in exchange? Firstly, I can take my time to sell my current place, right? I can slowly hunt for the next best place to buy, either for my own stay or for investment. And I can try out during that period of 1 year when I'm renting that place. I can try out whether I like the place to stay, okay? And I avoid 100% avoid the danger, all right, the potential danger of having to pay the additional buyer stamp duty, which in this case, if I'm buying a $2 million unit, is 12%, it's going to cost me a whopping $240,000, right? So I'm just paying 10% of this, okay, to allow myself not to be rushed to make a buy and sell decision. So the key thing is this: I ask myself this question: do I think I can find a better deal, right, by selling my place slowly and finding the next place slowly? Can I make back the $24,400? Right? And the answer is absolutely. Why? Because if you look at it, for a $2 million unit, $24,000 is less than 2%. All right, let me have this go into your mind first. Okay, you take 24,000, divide by 2 million, is 1.2%. Okay, that means so long I manage to find a place to buy and I manage to bargain or find a better deal that's just 1% better in price, I would have more than made back my $24,000. I would have more than made back. Okay, so to me, the chances of success for me to overcome this $24,000 is very, very high. Okay, and I'm still not considering the fact that I get benefits like trying out a new area, I'm not having to pay ABSD, or in fact my own place, I could have sold it for a much higher price. Now, why is that? Because think about it, when you're selling a place, let me ask you, which one do you think will sell faster and higher in selling price? Okay, the biggest benefit is here. This place or this place, right? These two are similar units, all right? Similar layout, all right? It's a duplex with stairs. This is a duplex as well. And which one do you think will be able to sell much easier? Okay, definitely unit A, right? Who will walk into unit B and say that I would love to buy this place? Unless you are a very emotionless house buyer, all right? You're just buying for investment. Most people, when they walk into B, straight away they will walk out, okay? But A, it will be like, wow, okay? And this is only possible because you're not staying there, because it is really hard to upkeep your house in this showroom condition, okay, when you're staying there. So to me, this is a real benefit. Not just me buying a place for a lower price, which is this part. I could easily sell for a much higher price for my current place, okay? Right? So are you selling and buying a house right now? Okay, so I want you to think about it. Have you ever thought of renting as a temporary solution that can help you, all right, instead of rushing into a decision to buy or sell a place? The next thing is this: what are your other considerations? Okay, and last but not least, do you know of anyone who need this video, who need this advice from me? All right, do me a favor, please share this video. Now, I would like to give you guys an ethical bribe, right? And that is this: for all of you who share this video, I'm going to send you my top 5 condominiums in Singapore to buy. All right, be it for investment or for own stay. I've been researching the property market for so long, and these are my top 5, and I'm going to send it to you guys at no cost, just for your help to share this video. Okay, so I hope you guys learned a lot from this video. And one last thing, I want to show you the bazooka. All right, if you have stayed on to the end of the video, I want to reward you. I want to show you the bazooka of this strategy, and that is this: you can buy property that most people would not buy. How does that work? For example, this is another property that I really like, is Reflections by the Bay. Okay, this is a 2-bedroom unit. Let's say you're gonna buy a 2-bedroom, okay, and it's all good. However, right, I wanted to buy it. However, it is currently still under tenancy. It is still being rented, and it's being rented till next year August. Right now we are in July 2020. This is about a year away, guys. That means if I were to buy this place right now, can I move in straight away? The answer is not. I can't. I cannot move in at this point in time, right? So I'm looking to buy a place right now, but the unit is being tenanted. 1 year from now, what can I do? If you have already sold your place, this will not be a unit that you can consider because you can't wait for a year. However, if you are already renting a place, okay, you have the power to wait. You have the holding power. Where most people cannot buy this kind of tenant unit, you can. Okay, because if you also rented another place for another year or so, right, you can come in and buy units with existing tenant. Okay, and the thing is this, you will still collect rental when the tenancy is still ongoing and you bought the place, right? So with that, you actually have a much better bargaining power, right? You can look for places that most people would not buy. Okay, so in this case, since I'm renting a place, I can buy this unit with tenant, no problem, right? I wouldn't move in just yet because tenant is still there, but I can collect rent as I pay off my mortgage. Okay, and once the tenancy is due, I can choose not to continue the lease, and after that's done, I can move in. All right, so this is my strategy why I love renting temporarily, because it is so much benefit. All right, the only thing you need to overcome is potentially you need to move, twice instead of once in the span of 1 to 2 years. But other than that, right, renting gives you so much more flexibility to look for a better place to buy, either for your own stay or for your own investment. Okay, so guys, I really hope that you learned a lot from this session. And once again, if you know anyone who need this video, or you find this video just useful, all right, you really help, you give me a thumbs up and help to share this video. You really help with the algorithms to serve this video to more people out there. Okay, if not, I hope you guys learned a lot, and I'll see you at the next video.